Welcome back to Equity Mates. We are kicking off our monthly portfolio review, something that we're going to hopefully take into 2026.
No, we will.
We will take it into 2026. All right, Ren. So we both use ShareSite, we should say, and it's an awesome platform. If you want to actually use ShareSite, you can head to sharesite.com.au/equitymates and you can sign up and plug it in. The reason we'll like it, and if you're watching on YouTube, is the reporting functionality is fantastic and allows us to track all of our investments across the many different types of brokers that we've used. Just came off the segment around brokers. So this pulls it all into one view. So what we're going to do today is a high-level breakdown of everything that is going on in our portfolios, core and satellite. But for a full, detailed breakdown, all of our core portfolio positions, all of our satellites, the thesis behind them, how they've been performing, tune in next week on our YouTube channel, where we will go deep on everything. All right, Ren, well, should we start with year-to-date?
Yeah, or do you want year-to-date or inception? Yeah, we'll go
year-to-date.
Okay.
Year-to-date. Year-to-date core, start with there. So I guess for context, we both run core and satellite portfolios.
Yep.
If you've just joined us for the very first time, simply a core is a makeup of either one or multiple low-cost index ETFs that give us broad exposure around the world. And then that is complemented by a number of individual stocks and active managers to try and, I guess, beat the performance of the core. All right, core, since the start of the year, so mine is made up of 4 ETFs. We'll go through each of them in detail on our YouTube channel next week. But total return for the year, Ren, has been 22.53%.
Nice. Okay. So yours has outperformed mine. Mine has been 16.7%. And I think when we talk about the makeup of our cores, people will start to understand why. So we each run 4 ETFs that track respectively the US, Australia, Europe, and Asia ex-Japan.
Yeah.
The Europe and Asia ex-Japan ETFs are exactly the same and have actually both done really well.
Done really well.
Both Europe has done 20.4%, Asia ex-Japan 25.6%.
Yeah.
But the difference comes in the US and Australian exposure. Same underlying index, ASX 200 and S&P 500. You just have a leveraged version of that.
Yeah.
So why don't I say, let's start with Australia. My Australian ETF year to date has done 12.3%. What's
Australian?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the big divergence, 27%.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's leverage for you.
Yeah, that's leverage.
Okay, and then my S&P 500 US ETF has done 10.6% year to date.
Yeah, so GJUS is 19.19.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's hedged as well. So that's taking out any currency fluctuations on the US side. So there you go. I mean, that is clearly the difference between hedged and leveraged and non-leveraged. Keep in mind though that it does swing the other way just as drastically. But that is the outperformance.
So let's get to satellite. Now I run a bit of a split satellite portfolio. So maybe for cleanliness, why don't you kick us off?
Okay.
How's your satellite gone?
So I just bucket everything else in
satellite.
Yeah. We'll probably clean it up as we progress into next year. But I have a mix of crypto, individual stocks, and thematic ETFs. Mm-hmm. We'll go into detail in YouTube on what they all are. But in total, I've got about 9 positions, including an active manager. Total return year to date has been just shy of 21%, 20.53.
Nice.
So I actually haven't outperformed the core.
True.
Yeah.
That's leverage for you. What's been some of your best performers year to date?
So the Global X Semiconductor ETF, just shy of 41%. Supermicro, 38%. Alphabet, which I've actually sold a lot down, but still holding a bit, is 35%. Shouldn't have sold that. So yeah, those have probably been the top 3 performers. Worst performing has been Berkshire of all companies. It's delivered a 2% return. Big drag on currency, but again, we'll go into detail on YouTube.
Nice. Above 20%, that's great.
What about you?
So
you're in the 70s?
The way I do it is I split individual stocks and then active managers as like 2 separate portfolios in ShareSite because you can set up multiple portfolios.
So good. So
I'll start with my active managers. Overall year to date, it's actually been pretty bang average, 8%. There's 2 thematic ETFs. Hack has returned just shy of 15%. Global X Semiconductor, 42.5%. Not bad. Then I've got 5 active managers. Munro Global Growth has done 16% and Hyperion has done 12.5%. So pretty happy with those. Fairlight, who we both invest in, is actually basically flat for the year.
Yeah.
This global small cap
Yeah.
fund. So yeah, look,
So much for the year of small caps, honestly.
I know. It's a year of mega caps.
Come on.
Honestly, that's a pretty disappointing drag. Like, active managers sell themselves on outperformance. My thematic ETFs have done better than my active managers. My active managers have been pretty average. But importantly, overall, that sleeve of my portfolio, delivering 8%, is less than half my core ETFs, my index tracking ETFs.
In terms of weighting.
That's done... No, that's have returned 16.7%.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of weighting, they're smaller as well. But it's just, again, a reminder that active managers struggle to beat the index.
Yeah.
And it does make me think about their place in my portfolio going
Yeah,
forward.
it's so hard to know, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's my active manager and thematic sleeve. Individual stocks, 23.98% so far this year. Yeah.
Nice. Roughly how many positions?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here we go. Ren's got it count about 120 positions.
18.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually sold some recently, and really annoyingly, some that have done really well.
It's always the
So,
case.
like, I sold BHP, and then it's run since.
Always the case.
Sold Google.
Yes.
It's run since.
I know.
Don't you were really
I
giving
got
me
in your
grief
head
about
that.
having too many positions.
Yeah.
But in terms of best performance this year, Jumia has done 180% this year. Coinbase, since I bought it, just shy of 100%. Catapult, 97%. Shopify, 56% this year. So there's been some good performers.
And I guess if there's a reason to listen to Equity Mates, all of those stocks we've spoken about on Equity Mates.
Oh, I mean, we talk about our whole portfolio.
Get around it.
Axon, which is my biggest position, has done 19.5%. Yeah, there's been some good ones. Like Spotify has done almost 40%. Transmedics, which you brought to the table, has done just shy of 40%. C Limited, just over 40%. Big drags on my portfolio, WiseTech and Novo Nordisk.
Yes. Yeah. Well, there you go. So high level, you can't complain with 23%, roughly 20% as well. Certainly beating the index nonetheless.
Yeah.
Compound that over 40 years and we will be very, very happy.
Yeah, but also just like a reminder that the index doing 16.5%, well, my blended index portfolio doing 16.7% a year. Put that in a compound interest calculator over 35 years.
Big time.
Yeah.
For a detailed breakdown of everything in the portfolio, we'll talk about the thesis behind some of them and maybe perhaps what we're looking at buying as well. Tune into our YouTube channel from next week.
Yeah. And we'll also talk about maybe returns since inception.
Ren's desperate
You
to
wanna have a look at that?
Ren's desperate to get that out there. So we will talk about that. But otherwise, we'll be back next episode.
I will say this about investing. Everything you do learn is cumulative. What I learned at 20 is useful.
Equity.